If you love playing MTGO, please make sure you check out my sponsors in the description below. Mana Traders, I've got a sweet discount code. Just head there and you can start playing whatever deck you want. Hey everyone, it's Matt from Total MTG here, and it's Thursday, which means another deck tech for you. But not just only a deck tech today, also at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. I have a 4,000 subscriber giveaway in conjunction with my amazing sponsors, Mana Traders. It's a great prize. It's not just one prize. It's not two. There's three. There's going to be three winners, so it gives you a much bigger chance of winning this competition. But I will explain more about that at the end of the video. But the main thing is that you have to subscribe, so make sure you hit that button now so you don't forget at the end of the video, because you will not be able to. It is a Gleam giveaway. But anyway, let's get on to the deck tech today. It's, I've been doing a rotation-proof series on Standard. This is a modern deck tech that we're using some cards that are rotating out of Standard. So they fall into formats of casual, modern, and obviously Commander. They've already been in lots of different formats that these cards can go into now, because they will be rotating out of Standard. So what are you going to do with these cards? Well, this is a deck for you that can use some of those cards and a mixture of some really good modern cards and get you a budget modern deck. So if you just, if you don't play modern, this is going to be a good way. It's 15 tickets online, so that's, for modern, that is super budget. And it's going to be a fun deck for you. Without further ado, let's get on to budget green-white cats. So, in the main board, as always, I start with the creatures, and there's 28 creatures in this tribal. We got cats. Tribal decks are really fun to play, and like I said, if you're just getting into modern, this is a pretty simple deck for you to play. So, we're starting off with a 4 of Savannah Lions. This is just a vanilla creature, but it's a 2/1 for 1 simple white. This lion can come in, early play, really nice for us. Savannah Lions is a 4 of. Our next 4 of is another 1 dropped. This does have a bit of a stipulation when you play it though, but it's a great early aggro creature that, to get this down, it's Scythe Tiger, which is a 3/2 for 1. This is a really strong first early play, but you have to sacrifice a land when you play it. Now, you might think that's a huge drawback, but you get, this creature has Shroud. It's going to be so hard for your opponents to deal with. And in recent gameplay yesterday, when I was testing with a Planeswalker that we have, I managed to get this up to a 7/6. It was huge. Now, it can't obviously be targeted, but with the Planeswalker, one of the Ajanis that we do have in there, it doesn't target itself, it gives a counter to all creatures. So this is how this obviously got bigger, because I didn't obviously make it bigger myself, because Shroud isn't like Hexproof. You can't actually target it. It can't be targeted with spells or abilities by anyone, that's yourself or your opponent. But Scythe Tiger, the stipulation of losing the land, it doesn't really affect it, because we don't need much land in this deck. We've got a lot of low costing creatures, and this one is really powerful. We then have a 4 of Fleecemane Lion, a 3/3. When it's monstrous, it becomes hexproof and indestructible, and you've got to pay 5 to do this monstrosity one, but you do get to put a counter on it, so it becomes a 4/4, but still a 3/3 for 2. Fleecemane Lion is a very strong creature as well, and like I say, we've got a lot of early creatures that can come down with a lot of power, so we're going to be, hopefully get this aggro cat deck going and, basically win quick games. Like I said, cards rotating out of Standard, Metallic Mimic is one of these. When we used this in Standard, it was really good for tribal decks and everything like that, or anything that had a chosen type, across the board in your deck. Obviously, we're going to name cats with the Mimic. Each creature you then control that enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter. So your Fleecemane Lions comes in as 4/4s. Your Skies could come in as a 4/3 for 1. Really powerful stuff. Mimic, like in Standard, doesn't stay on the, it doesn't stay on the battlefield long, but if you can get a couple of triggers with it, it's a really powerful card. We then have a couple of Brimaz, King of Oreskos. 1 double white, it's a 3/4 Vigilant Cat Soldier. Only 2 in there because it is legendary. When it attacks her, you get to put a 1/1 Cat Soldier creature token with Vigilance on the battlefield. This has great interactions with Metallic Mimic, because obviously it will enter the battlefield potentially with an extra plus 1/1 counter. Really nice. Whenever it blocks, you get a 1/1 cat as well. Vigilance blocking that creature. Brimaz is just an all-in-all great cat for us. Rotating out of standard again is Pride Sovereign. 2/2 for 3, obviously doesn't seem that great, but the ability of it, well, it gets +1/1 for each other cat you control. Now hopefully with 28 creatures then, we're going to have a lot of cats on the battlefield, and this could be, you know, as big as anything. It could be huge. It could be a 6/6, 7/7, you just don't know. And it also has the ability of that you can exert it, and you can make 2 more cats with lifelink. Really powerful effect, and obviously then adds to the power and toughness of your Pride Sovereign. Leonin War Leader is from M19. When it attacks, you create 2 1/1 cat creature tokens with lifelink tapped and attacking. Like I said before, with the Mimic, they could be 2/2s, it could be 3/3s. You just don't know with what we will have on the battlefield. But 4/4 for 4, really nice stats, and a really powerful creature is in there as a 3 of. The next card is from Amonkhet, Regal Caracal. We're going to play this in our cat tribal deck in Modern. Other cats you control get +1/1 and lifelink. Can pump the rest of our army up so we can gain this all-important life, and obviously make the cats bigger, which is really, really good. When it enters the battlefield as well, you get to create 2 1/1 cats, which, like I said, will help Pride Sovereign. There's a lot of great interactions in this deck, as you do, you know, you do get in tribal decks, but this is really, really strong. It's a 3/3 for 5, but the other abilities in it make this card really, really worth playing. So now let's get on to the spells. We have a 4 of a Blossoming Defense. Can give target creature +2/2 and gains hexproof. Using this card, budget version, you could maybe use Vines of Vastwood if you want as well. Blossoming Defense, I'm using it because it's a card that's rotating out of standard, and it's a good way for you to use your cards in Modern. We then get on to our Planeswalkers. We got a 2 of Ajani, Caller of the Pride. Comes in with 4 loyalty for 3 mana, really, really good. You can put a 1/1 counter on 1 target creature. You can -3 straight away and give a creature flying and double strike until end of turn, which can be a winner in itself. And the -8 is put X 2/2 cat tokens onto the battlefield, where X is your life total. Now you can see we've got ways to gain life in the deck. This could be really, really strong, and it can literally flood the board. And just imagine how big your Pride Sovereign potentially could be. Our last Planeswalker is a 2 of Ajani Goldmane. This has just won me games because the -1 ability on it, where you can put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control and then gain vigilance until end of turn. You know, it gains vigilance, but the counters obviously stay on there. The +1 is you gain 2 life, and the -6 is you get a massive avatar where the power and toughness are equal to your life total. Really, really strong Planeswalker. I've been loving Ajani Goldmane just for basically using the -1 and making my whole cats a lot bigger. Really, really strong. Not used, obviously, the new one from M19 because obviously this is a budget Modern deck. But you could put that in there if you wanted, if you didn't fancy one of these two. But these two have been working really, really well from practice. But that is a way that you could upgrade it over time if you've pulled them in your M19 booster boxes and you want to play that one. You could put that in there as well. So we can get onto the land base now. Now, obviously, it is a budget land base. We're not playing fetch lands or anything like that because that obviously will bump the price up stupidly. We do have, 2 Memorial to Unity there, which is a card from Dominaria. It enters the battlefield tap, but you can pay 3, sacrifice it, look at the top 5 cards and reveal a creature card. I quite like this card, and I feel like, you know, if we've got 3 mana, we've got nothing to do, you know, go through the deck, look at the top 5 cards, and we get a nice creature card, hopefully, in our hand. We then have got a 4 of Razor Verge Thicket that enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or few other lands. And then we have a 4 of Scattered Groves that can just be used for cycling to draw us cards if we need to, but it enters the battle taps and taps for the forest and the plains. We've got a 4 of Sun Petal Grove in there, enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest or a plains, which hopefully, you know, we should be able to do. If not, it's still a very nice land. We don't have Temple of Gardens in on there because obviously, like I said, it's budget, but that is a way that you can upgrade the land base as well. Windswept Tees for the fetch lands. You can bring in Temple of Gardens if you so desire as well. We then have a mixture of forests and plains, 4 of the forests and 6 of the plains. But don't forget, in the description, there will be a link to mana traders with the deck list, so you can go and look at the numbers for all of the decks. So let's get on to the sideboard now. Kozali Pride Mage is a 4 of in there. It can help us destroy target artifacts or enchantment. And also, obviously, it's a cat because all our creatures are cats. It has Exalted as well. But the ones, you know, paying the 1 to sacrifice it really does help us out. And occasionally, you know, occasionally the Kozali Pride Mage is obviously a lot bigger than a 2/2 with the way we have to pump our creatures. But I like having, you know, an ability on the fact that it's a creature as well really does help us out. For those controlling matchups, rotating out of Amonkhet is Prowling Serpapard, a 4/3 for 3, very nice stats, but it can't be countered, and then it makes our creature spells, they can't be countered then. Great ability for us, comes in against the control decks for you, Kind of, you know, great stats as well. 4/3 obviously could be a lot bigger as well, like I say, with the pump effects. Really nice in there as a 4 of. We then have a couple of Condemn, put target attacking creature on the bottom of his own library, but they do gain life equal to its toughness. Obviously, the straight upgrade for this will be Path to Exile, a lot better, but a little bit dearer than Condemn, shall we say. So the next spell we have is Blessed Alliance. Really like this card. It has 3 different abilities, and you can pay 2 to, you know, do 1 beyond the first. Gain 4 life, untap 2 target creatures, or target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature that may be really hard for us to deal with. So we've got that in there as a 2 of. We then have a couple of Heroic Intervention, permanent so you can train, gain hexproof and indestructible. So when the refs, you know, the rafts come up there and they start trying to clear your mass army of cats, you can play this and to make them all indestructible, and then they can't target them after as well because they all become hexproof. The last card in the sideboard is another Planeswalker. It's a 1 of Ajani, Mentor of Heroes. Could be in the main board if you like this. Put it straight in there. You know, it's not a bad choice. I just like it, you know, I put it in the sideboard because I like the other 2, you know, personally in the main. The +1 is distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, 3 different creatures we control, so we can pump up, you know, some more of our cats there. And the +1 is look at the top 4 cards, reveal a creature, Planeswalker or aura, and then you get to put it in your hand. And the -8 is basically, well, I wouldn't say it's just an automatic win because gaining 100 life is not an automatic win. But -8, gain 100 life, it's going to help you along the way, shall we say. So that is today's deck tech, guys. Let me know if you want to see more modern as well, because, you know, I stick to a lot of standard, but I do like doing modern. I've got pauper decks as well if you want to see deck techs on them, and commander decks that will be coming as well very soon. But I really like you hope you like the deck. It's aggro. It's a good way if you get your tribal. It's a tribal deck, so you get your cats down. It's very simple to play. You just want to amass this army, make him as big as you can, and obviously then just hopefully attack him for the win as quickly as possible. It's a great way for these cards that are rotating out of standard for you to do, you know, take them to another format. This deck is pretty strong from what I've played. You know, it's not going to always beat the tier 1 decks and everything like that because it's a 15 ticket deck, so take it as you see it. But you will get the occasional wins against really, really good decks as well. So now, without further ado, let's get on to my 4,000 subscriber giveaway. We're nearly up to 5,000 subscriber giveaway, so I'm going to have to do that again pretty soon, hopefully. Let me just say thank you to everyone that supported the channel, you know, over the couple of years, 2.5 years, whatever it's been going. It's really, I really do appreciate it. Especially recently, the video's been getting so much love, and, you know, I can't, you know, that's why I'm just making more and more and getting the content more, because it does spur me on. You know, you've got to realise that, like, when you like and you comment and you do anything like that, and the views, it really does, as a content creator, you know, it makes you happy, and it makes you want to make more content for you guys. So first, you know, let me just say I really do appreciate it, and thank you very, very much. So my great sponsors over at Mana Traders, they are, you know, supplying the prize for this competition, and it's an absolute epic prize. They are giving away 3, not 1, not 2, it's 3 premium subscriptions to their site. Now it is just for 1 month, but then you have the choice, obviously, to take it on further if you want, but you're going to get your first month free. Now, you know, obviously, it's $35 a month this would normally cost you, but for the first month, this is going to be free. So, just for the first month, just so you know that, guys, okay? It's a great way to, you know, this is the way, obviously, I play my decks and everything like that. They sponsor me. I'm very lucky to get to, you know, to play any decks I want with them. But this gives you the opportunity to go on MTGO and play maybe some decks that you haven't played before, or hire some cards that you haven't got in your collection. The starting limit, as you can see, is between 125 and 350 tickets for this premium subscription, which is really, really good. Your maximum limit is, like it says, is 350 tickets. Man hours, you will have to go into, when you go into the site, have a look at man hours so it explains it all. It's, you know, it's quite basic. It's basically different hours that you get to use for your cards. It's very simple though. You can maximally borrow 100 cards per rent, and the formats included standard, modern, and pauper. And then, you know, commander, you can obviously do commander as well. So this is going to be 3 lucky winners for this. And I will say as well, you know, it's obviously in the descriptions, everything like that. There's no cash prize subscription for this. This is, you know, just a one-time thing. You will have to pass their risk assessments, because obviously they're lending out quite a few hundred, even though they're virtual cards, there is quite a lot of money sometimes, the cards that they're lending out, obviously what they cost. So there is risk assessments, everything like that. If you don't pass it, I'm really sorry, but obviously it'll go on to another winner then. but hopefully, you know, you're all going to pass it, hopefully. You can pass that, then you can just start renting decks and having fun on MTGO. So this is a Gleam competition. There is a link in the description, so make sure you go and follow that. What you have to do, the main thing you have to do, which is the must, you can't enter the competition without it, you have to be a subscriber. And there's different ways on there, different social sites that you can go and add to give yourself a better chance. You'll get more, you know how Gleam competitions work, you get more points by entering different things. There's going to be a Twitter thing, there's going to be, you know, go and subscribe to my second channel would be another thing. That'll get you a fair few points. Even if you don't like what the second channel is, just support it. You know, if you want to do that. If you don't, it's your choice. But it will give you more opportunities to win this great prize. Now, this competition will be going for a week, so I will be stopping it next Thursday and then obviously announcing the winner as well on a future video from then. But I really do wish you all the best of luck, and hopefully this, you know, with it being 3 prizes, it's going to give you a better opportunity rather than just having, you know, obviously 1 prize. This is going to give you a better opportunity to win this great prize. Thanks to Mana Traders again for giving away this. You know, they don't have to do anything like this, and it was just really nice to sort of ask the question because I thought a lot of you might like to play your decks that you don't get to do on MTGO. You know, same as me. It'd be really hard to play some decks if I didn't have their help. So thanks again to my sponsors, Mana Traders. You are absolutely great people. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks again for getting me to over that 4,000 subs. Let's get to 5,000 subs then, and then I'll get another sweet giveaway. Maybe I can talk to them, maybe we get a different type of subscription. You never know. Or maybe something else as well. But anyway, that's in the future. Anyway, take care, guys, and I will see you on the next video.